Discussion, and we have no subject. So
make note that it is a rectangular table.
Started saying we had no something, but I think it might have been more.
Well, it's not. It doesn't boom out through there. It just goes. So you talk. Sing.
All right.
I'm sailing away.
I can't follow.
If you have something that you would like to be discussed by the lunatics at this table, please. Otherwise, Sellars is going to sing.
And you will ask the lunatics at this table.
If you'd like to discuss them.
You want to discuss us?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Discuss.
You've already done that.
How about introducing everybody? Tell us.
He has the microphone. He has the microphone.
Two microphones. In the right voice. Stereo.
I'm in stereo.
The thing I hate is a two-mic person.
First off, my name is not Mike.
Oh. What is your name?
Is that all you're going to say?
Is that it?
If you check the logs at the front gate, you will see that I am John Hancock.
I thought you were going to say termite. Don't encourage him. You're not termite?
Look at
No.
him. Grin.
I'm M.R. Sellars. How many of you have no idea who that is? Really? Okay, let me tell you a story.
What you write?
I am an author kind of word guy. I take 26 of these things and mash them together and make, what do they call those things with words?
A Kindle.
Sentence graphs. No, para sentences. I write books. I write a series of fiction novels called the Rowan Gant Investigations. They are about a witch/psychic detective who helps the St. Louis Major Case Squad, which is like a high-profile crimes task force, solve serial murders that usually have an occult overtone to them. There is actually a spin-off novel, yay, coming from that series, featuring, and it comes out in November this year. It's called In the Bleak Midwinter. It is not a Rowan Gant novel. It features one of the characters from the Rowan Gant series, FBI Special Agent Constance Mandalay. And it's a lot of fun. It's really good, if I do say so myself. Okay? Somebody else talk before I hog everything.
I'm talking about talking to you.
No, you can't. Talk here. You go.
Let me
Haley,
get-
go.
I'm stunned. No.
Yeah, the girls were talking.
I'm
You don't
Haley.
know how much electronics are here. I'm sorry, I'm having a side conversation.
That's okay. I was picking it up on my underwire bra. I'm Haley Elizabeth Garwood, and I write the Warrior Queen series about real women warriors who've been left out of history. And I didn't realize when I was doing all my research, but most of my novels are pagan. Two of them are pagan, 2 of them are early Christian, and the 2 I'm working on now are pagan. So there you are. I didn't know what I was doing at the time.
So I'm Mayhem, and this is Chaos.
And do you work for Allstate?
No.
I thought you were Mercy, I'm Severity.
Oh, Mercy and Severity? Oh, that's it. We're teaching alchemy, not Cobble this time. Okay. Well, I'm Mark Mandrake.
I'm Shauna Ora.
And we're from Chicago. And we're teachers, spiritual healers, psychics. I mean, what do we do?
We have a van full of ritual supplies.
We do a lot of stuff.
We take around the Midwest.
We do a lot of different things, but here at PUF, we're teaching Introduction to Alchemy.
We're also teaching community building and leadership skills for pagans. And if you think leadership and pagan doesn't go together, organize a festival. It happens, but we need to learn how to do it better. And we also teach ritual arts, how to facilitate rituals, how to learn how to herd cats in ritual, get people to do things, get people to sing and chant, and all that kind of stuff.
And we're kind of peanut butter and chocolate as well. And and what I specialize more in metaphysical and occult tools, and Shauna specializes more in personal growth. And what we do is marry the two together as an alchemical marriage, if you will. And we do a lot of great things that help people on their spiritual path and transform their lives.
In general, we're facilitation nerds.
Yes. And we're not published yet, but we're both working on books that should be out, you know,
Someday.
hopefully next year.
It's the left-hand mic.
Yeah, we have the left-hand mic. This is good, right? Yeah. I'm Dorothy Morrison. I've written 15 books about witchcraft. Wow, I like this. You know what's great about this? The more he does that, the more y'all buy my stuff, and I really love that. Yeah, I need to cut you a check.
My left hand has been itching.
Yes. I'm also the proprietress of Wicked Witch Studios, and I make lovely things for witches of discriminating taste.
Yes, I do.
I thought you were going to go on.
Yeah, we thought you had more to say. I mean,
Well, see, I have diarrhea of the mouth like he does.
My name is Judica Illes, and
yes, I do.
My name is Judica Illes, and I am a soft-spoken New Yorker. And
Wait a minute, that's a myth.
yes, I am. Take a look, because she won't see another. I set out to write a book on fertility and ended up falling into a career as a metaphysical writer. I have 2 books on magical instruction. I have 3 encyclopedias devoted to spells and witchcraft and spirits, and another one coming out in November dedicated to saints. And I have 2 field guides, one to witches, and I have a book under a pseudonym, which is my crowning accomplishment. And I'm very happy to be here.
You have to hold it, does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, good, okay. I like that. Hi, y'all.
Hi, y'all.
I'm Tish. They let me run this festival. Except they won't let me have a golf cart. See? Public opinion. I think you're exactly right. This is our 14th year. We're glad that you're here. If you're new, we're happy to have you. And if you're old, we're glad you're back because you must like us somewhat.
That's what I would have said in my thank you note.
There was ugly words in your thank you
There were ugly
note.
words in
Well,
my
that's all right.
thank you
I love you good.
Ours said Tish for president.
It did it? See? Okay. I've got 2 books. One is about facilitating one of these. It's called Chasing the Rainbow. And one is about magic and doing spells. And so I like writing, and I really like doing this. And it's always good that people are excited to come and the emails that we get. So we're really happy y'all are here.
Okay, you can all go now. Somebody has a question, I'm sure.
Yeah, I have a question.
No, you can't.
I love you.
Well, okay.
In your travels.
Which one
What
of
do
us?
you all of them.
All
what do
of
you
my
see-
travels or all of our travels?
All y'all.
Okay, we got to make sure we're okay.
All y'all.
All of y'all,
All
which is
y'all.
encompassing.
All y'all's?
All y'all.
All y'all's
All
travels.
y'all.
You and
All
y'all.
y'all's travels.
You and this.
That's the only word you can use 2 apostrophes in. You know that? Okay, go ahead.
I forgot the question. No.
No
In
surprise.
your travels, what do you see the changes over the last 10 years at festivals? How do you see the pagan community coming together? How important are the festivals?
I'll let you take that one first.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, what? You didn't want a serious question?
No. He wanted to pass the buck here.
I'm passing the buck.
okay,
That's all.
okay.
I got to formulate my answer.
He just wants to
Okay.
sit here and look cute.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know, with the pagan community in general, Okay, I'm really proud of the pagan community because I'm willing to bet that 95% of all pagans now have car insurance in their own names. Okay, and you know, 30 years ago, that did not happen. So I think that pagans are starting to grow up and become responsible human beings, and I'm really, really glad to see that. I think that festivals are important because a lot of folks don't have or don't know if they've got any sort of community in their area. And if they go to a festival, they have automatic community. And they get to share with people of a like mind. And I think that's really important. So festivals definitely have their place.
Can I do a second question? How have you kept it going for 14 years? Because a lot of festivals, 8 to 10 years, they're cycled in. Oh,
Because she has me back every
Sellars says it's him.
Yeah. I am the driving force behind this entire.
That's a scary fucking thought.
Well, that is a scary thought. You know, I think it's because we do bring in good people that a lot of folks in this end of the world wouldn't get to see otherwise. So we have that. And I think that people are hungry for coming together with like-minded people and hanging out for a weekend and not having to be careful what you say or who you talk to or what you espouse or what beliefs you have, because everybody here is like, well, that's good, come on, sit down. Yeah. And I think that's a lot of it. And I think that we have every year new blood that comes in and goes, wow, I heard about this festival. And so we've grown over the years, and we're a good time. You know, you'll find our names on bathroom walls all over this country.
I'd like to add something to that.
Oh, you just go right ahead.
His
phone number.
One of the things about how she keeps us going is that, you know, she's like the UPS of Pagan Festival. She runs a tight ship. She doesn't put up with any crap, and if it goes down, she has no compunction about pulling every single person on the site into the room here and standing on a table with a bullhorn and telling you, we're not going to do that, we're all supposed to be above this.
They took my bullhorn away.
And I've seen her do this.
Won't give me a golf cart.
And she just runs, she and her staff run just one of the most incredible festivals I've ever attended.
And that's the other thing. I have the best staff in the world. I don't care where you've been, what you've seen, what country you've been, I don't care. This is the best. You will never find a better staff than the people that staff this festival. That's the other reason.
She's absolutely right about that. And it's because they're all team players.
Yes.
Okay?
This is a team.
It's not about one person, it's about...
Well, it is about me.
The group. Your team makes you shine.
You're damn right.
And when your team doesn't make you shine, it's time for come to Jesus.
I gave them all. I gave them all a raise, you know.
Yeah.
Well, they were making nothing. Now they're making. I doubled it. And they're all just happy as clams. It's good. So those are and we keep a sense of humor. We don't take ourselves too seriously. Obviously, if we have Sellars here, and we're here to have fun. And so all the silly things that we do, all the no man security, is to entertain ourselves. And so we think we're funny, and so that's it. You're welcome. My pleasure.
Speak to it as well. You know, I think I can't speak to 10 years of pagan festivals because I attended my first one 2 years ago. This will be my in June. I'll be going to PSG. That'll be my third year of going to pagan festivals, and you know, I wish I found it 10 years ago. I think that festival culture is incredibly important to pagan community. You know, we encourage people all the time. We do the Pagans Tonight radio show on Friday nights, and
That's paganstonight.com. Shameless plug, shameless plug, shameless plug.
I like him.
I like him.
But we do the show, and what we're always telling people, because a lot of the people who tune into the podcast are people who have never been to a ritual, they've never been to a class, they are in a rural area, and they can't get to anything. And so we tell them, we say, we're going to be at this festival, we're going to be at this festival. If you don't know anybody else there, you'll know us. come out to this event. We've actually broadcasted live from events. It's kind of crazy and the audio is terrible, but we've broadcasted live from events and say, look, this is fun. This is, come on out. We actually in Chicago, we travel and teach, and when we do a workshop in middle of nowhere Iowa or middle of nowhere Michigan, we get dozens of people come out because there's nothing else in their area. We do a workshop in Chicago, we get 5 people show up. They're like, yeah, we don't come to your other stuff because, you're always there. And, there's in Chicago, we actually have the opposite problem. There's an oversaturation. You could go to any number of different metaphysical or pagan things, and so people don't go to any of them. And so I think the idea of having festivals, having gatherings, having these community places where we come together is just really, really important. And so I definitely I didn't realize PUF been going on for this long. So I'm really glad that this festival's been going, and we like to support all the different festivals that are out there because it's, this is the place where we can come together. And like you said, I am also really glad that we are seeing more maturity in the pagan community.
I agree with that.
We offer leadership classes, and 10 years ago you would have heard like leadership and paganism, what, but you've written a book on organizing a festival because obviously we have to learn how to lead, we have to learn how to work together, otherwise our communities are going to die.
And we have pagan seminaries now. There's Argentine in New Mexico and Cherry Hill Seminary on the East Coast, and these are unheard of concepts, 5, 10, 15 years ago.
Cherry Hill's only, 10 years old?
Only 10 years old.
Yeah.
And so we can talk about the distinction between someone who's the priest or priestess of their small group versus someone who's trying to service a community. We're seeing a point where there are people who need pastoral counseling or need rites of passage. We have the same rights and the same needs as any other the mainstream religions.
Learning mediation, how to mediate a conflict. There's a whole skill set around that.
And I think we've come to the point that said, look, we need these things, and we're not going to take no for an answer, and we're going to look within the community for these answers instead of looking outside of it, and really work together.
Yeah.
In the past 10 years, I have watched the economy, and the pagan economy is no different than the rest of the U.S. economy. No one has money, and the independent retailers, 10 years ago, there were a lot more of them. I have watched stores go out of business, really wonderful stores, and we need to really, really treasure our independent retailers. But there are an awful lot of people who are very isolated, and you don't have to be in the middle of nowhere, Iowa. I come from New York City. There isn't a pagan bookseller in New York City.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They can't afford the rent. Who can afford the rent?
Yeah.
You get a shelf in Barnes & Noble. Yeah. That's about it. And they cannot help you. When you come in there and you are a kid, because that's how I learned. I went to Magical Child, and I went to Weiser's Books, and I went into every corner, had botanicas. Even the botanicas are gone now. They cannot, and botanicas used to be like Starbucks, one in every corner, gone, decimated. So what does the kid do? Because I would not have written my books. I would not be sitting here without those stores. I went in and I had no money, but I hung out long enough and I looked hungry and people were really nice to me. And people recognized a kindred spirit and they would give me a tip here and there or they'd let me do something. I learned how to dress candles from shopkeepers who said, come on kid, don't just stand there. Make yourself useful. If you're going to hang out for 2 hours, let's do something. That doesn't exist for all kinds of, and that is the next generation, and they don't have that. And that is one of the reasons festivals are so important. I was talking with someone earlier about how one of the frustrations I have when I do events at a bookstore is people come to speak with you, and you don't have the time to spend with each of them. Somebody drove, I did a store in New Jersey, somebody drove on a motorcycle all the way down from Vermont. Yeah. And, it was 5 o'clock and the store closed and we all got kicked out. This is really, really special because we have the time to speak with each other and to share with each other. And if 5 o'clock rolls around, we can keep speaking. Midnight rolls around, we can keep speaking. And that is a unique thing. And I think every year becomes more and more rare and more precious.